know the streams were laggy. The streams were bad, bro. The internet in Houston is absolutely atrocious. The internet in Houston is garbage. And before I even get into this story, I just want to say, bro, I am not a fan of Houston. I'm not. I don't like Houston. I really don't like Houston, bro. Everyone's like, oh yeah, man, you gotta come to H-Town, man. H-Town lit. Where? Bro, I was like... And on top of that, yo, I just gotta get this off my mind. Houston's gotta be one of the worst design-built cities I've ever seen. One of the worst I've ever seen. I thought Atlanta was bad. Houston is horrible. There's no reason for me to get to your downtown. There's only one way, like 1 or 2 ways in from each direction, and it's a highway, and it's a little skimpy little piece of bridge. Like, bro, I was like, bro, come on. I'm 2 miles away. It should take me 25 minutes to get to the center of your city. It makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. And on top of that, Houston, people in Houston can't drive. Chat. They cannot drive. See, here's the difference. Like, in Atlanta and LA, people can't drive in Atlanta or LA. They cannot. Houston's different. It's like, the people in Houston, they drive, and it's like, say for example, when I get cut off in Atlanta, there's at least like 3 inches in between me and the person that cuts me off. Houston, they're driving, they'll look, they'll wait till I'm like 1 inch behind them, and then they'll cut me off. And it's like, if you're gonna get aggressive, don't lag with it. Just go. Y'all be waiting and then be stupid. I'm like, bro, I'm like, bro, people can't drive in Houston. They flat out can't. They flat out cannot drive in Houston, and it pisses me off. Oh my gosh. Worse traffic than LA, so Aquifar, like, Houston and LA's traffic is different. LA, you're just stuck. You can't go nowhere in LA. That's why LA traffic is bad, is because you're stuck. In Texas, it's just that people can't drive. They're just bad drivers. And like they try to swerve the lane, but they do it and it's just it's ugly. It's just bad. It's bad. Houston's not that bad. You're dragging it. Lord Tech. I'm keeping it a buck. Houston's butt. Houston is his butt. Oh, another thing I gotta talk about Houston. Another thing I gotta talk. Man, I had the thought. Yo, I'll say this. Houston gotta have the dirtiest Ubers I have ever been in. Houston, y'all gotta fix this. Y'all gotta fix this. I've never called an Uber, even when it's like normal Ubers. It'll be like decent cars. Bro, I'm calling Ubers in Houston. I'm in 2005 Nissan Altimas. Tan like doo-doo tan Nissan Altimas. Got stains on the chairs. I'm like, what the heck? I've never had that. And even when I call a black truck, still, it's like a 2010. I'm like, come on, gang. This ain't gonna work. And honestly, next time I go to Houston, I'm getting a car. I'm renting a car. I cannot. Ubering in Houston is not it, bro. I'd rather get a car. Because like in Houston, everything's like 20, 30 minutes away. And it's just, yeah, bro, it's just trash. It's just flat out trash. I can't do it. So yeah, I still think Houston's better than Atlanta. I'll still take Houston over Atlanta barely, but unless it's Dreamcon or some other reason, I can't see me going to Houston just to say I just, you know what I'm saying, to have fun. I'm cool. AZ has the worst drivers on earth? No, they don't. See, here's the thing with Arizona drivers. Arizona drivers is like the speed. We got some bad drivers, but it's only the Nissan Altima. It's the Nissan Altimas and the Kias. In Houston, everybody a bad driver. The people with Benzes are bad drivers in Houston. So no. He bully drive in Texas. No, y'all just suck, slime. Now, I'll take Dallas drivers over Houston drivers. I've been to Dallas. I'll take them over Houston drivers. Now, Houston will pass you up just to slow down. Literally, bro. Like, come on, bro. You wouldn't last in New York? Y'all barely drive in New York. Y'all ride the train. Are they bigger in Texas? What? Wait, Jets. What? What's bigger in Texas? Who are? You can bring a car on an airplane. Why would I bring a car on an airplane? Bro, then people cannot drive there. They can't drive Mythical. They really can't. Be ready to pay for at least $20 for parking. Oh, that's another thing. What's with all them tolls in Houston? All these random tolls. Like, it was just, I'm like, what? Y'all just taxing for no reason. Houston just be taxing for no reason. How's the food? I will say this though. The barbecue spots I went to one. I went to one. It was like Papa's. It was like Papa's barbecue. That one was solid. I like that. I will say this though. Houston be having food trucks that be open till like 3, 4 in the morning. And I like that. I do like that you can get food late. You can get food late in Houston. That is a good thing about Houston. I will say that. Because where at most places I go, by the time 2 a.m. hits, you're cooked. There ain't nothing open but McDonald's and Jack in the Box. And I'm cool off that. I know how to drive in Houston, but Dallas for sure. Bully drivers. Yeah, I've been to Dallas a few times. It's not horrible. You say you bring a car to Houston? No, I'm a rent-a-car in Houston. English, I'm a rent-a-car. That's how Texas get their money. No state taxes, so they got to tax something. Yeah, somebody getting taxed somewhere. $25, $45 for parking? Yeah, I'm cool off that. Does Houston have baddies? Now look, bro. People be swearing up and down. Oh yeah, you want to see some beautiful black women? Go to Houston. When I was telling people I was going to Houston, they said, yeah, bro, you're going to see some of the baddest black women. You're going to see some of the baddest black women you've ever seen in Houston. I get to Houston for Dreamcon. Where? I was expecting to see some y'all, they hyped Houston like it was gonna be loaded. Man, it wasn't like that, bro. Maybe I was in the wrong places. That could be what it was. I was in the wrong places. But I wasn't seeing a lot of baddies. I'm gonna keep it above. It was like for every 40 women, I maybe saw one. And that's like maybe a 7. These aren't like 9s. You know what I'm saying? So like, maybe I was just in the wrong places, but I wasn't seeing mad baddies like they said I was gonna see. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was in the wrong place. What up, Vic? How you doing, bro? Getting a rental's mandatory? Facts. I need a rental. I'm not Ubering again in Houston. I'm not. What up? KPR, what's good? Texas is not a state income tax. Yeah. Do they for free? English, that's insane. Houston does have baddies. I don't know where you went, but Houston definitely has baddies. That's what I'm saying, Slime. Maybe I went to the wrong places. Dreamcon def had hella baddies. Not really. See, y'all be seeing, y'all would see like 3, 4 baddies and be like, nah, it's hella baddies. No, that's not how that works. Y'all see 3, 4 good looking women be like, yeah, it's stacked. No, that's 3 out of like 300. That's horrible ratios. That's a horrible fraction. That's horrible. So no. Houston's crazy. Where all you go? Where did I go? Vic, where did I go? I checked out Washington Ave. I found out that was not it. Washington Ave isn't it. That's not the place to go. I tried to do some interviews on Washington Ave. Oh my gosh, bro. That was Torta City. Oh my gosh. Washington Ave was Torta City. And Chopped Cheese Boulevard. Yeah. I'm cool off that place. I'm cooling. So that's why I was like, now someone said that I gotta go to Houston Heights. Someone did tell me I have to go to Houston Heights to see like a good variety of baddies. So next time, if I ever go to Houston again, I'll check out Houston Heights. Your baddies are different. You don't like them thick. Bro, I like thick women. I just don't like women that are like 200 plus pounds. Now, if they're 200 plus, but it, you know what I'm saying, it's proportion well, then yeah. But, you know what I'm saying, they just round. No disrespect. Shout out to all the big women. It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? But respectfully, you went to a nerd event. Ain't no baddies out there for that. That's fair. That is fair. They're not your typical baddies. But I like nerdy women. So that's why I was like, you know what I'm saying? I went to the wrong area. Maybe that's what it is. I've been in Houston all my life. I went to the wrong places. All right, Lord Tech, next time I go out there, let me know where I gotta go. Washington Ave's Hispanic clubs. You go to Midtown at all? I didn't go to Midtown. I told you to go to by cenat in Houston. Nah, I remember. So, bro, chat. Tell me why. Roy tells me to go to cenat my first day in Dreamcon in the chat. And I'm like, y'all being dead serious. I'm like, I thought y'all was being dead serious. I was like, all right, let's go. Someone, the waiter where I was overheard me and said, oh, no, you don't want to go there. That's where all the night workers at. I was like, this man trying to send me to the blade. Bro trying to send me to the blade. I'm like, what? Come on, bro, lock in. You want me to interview them right before they done gave $5 toppy? Be like, hey, how was your experience? How do you balance work-life balance? What? Come on, bro. That's the type of interviews y'all want to see from me? Nah, bro. Y'all gotta chill, bro. I gotta go to Heights. Okay, next time I'll check out Heights. All right, chat. Lock in. I need lock in the chat. I need lock in the chat. I need lock in the chat. We are about to start the Dreamcon tell-all. All right. So boom. Day one. Let me pull up my notes. StoryTime. Yes, I'm telling everything from Dreamcon. So boom. Chat. First day. I get there on Thursday. Now on Thursday, there is a YouTube event. Thursday, bro, 50,000, jeez. Thursday, there was a YouTube event that, shout out to Danny. I don't know if Danny's in this chat. Big shout out to Danny. Danny be helping me out a lot with like different, events that be going on. He be letting me know. So we go to this YouTube event, right? I don't know where the wristband is. The wristband's over there. But I go to this YouTube event. It's a creator collective. I sign up. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me show up. This is Thursday. Dreamcon starts on Friday. Okay? We get here. I'm like, all right, bet. I spark stream. Stream was going in and out. If you were there, you were there. Stream was kind of cutting in and out. I get there. And I'm seeing a bunch of people. I saw King Vader. I saw like a bunch of people that are really in like the black nerd space, like that you guys have probably seen before, right? So boom, I get there. Walking around, I run into Danny. And I'm like, yo, what's good? He's there. Obviously, he's in the chat. Now, keep in mind, I seen about 3 people that be in this chat at that event. So I was like, come on, bruh. Chat, I was like, I'm really meeting y'all IRL. Like, seeing y'all names in chat to meet y'all IRL is so fire. Boom, I walk in. I'm talking to Danny. I'm like, bang. I was like, look, bro, one of my goals this Dreamcon is I want to meet I'm Dante. So for those of y'all that do not know the lore, between me and I'm Dante, I made this video a year ago. The reason I made this video is because of Kai. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory. This is when I first made the Who Would You Rather Date series, right?
He's a dark skin, I'm Dante.
This dark skin chocolate ass, I'm Dante.
I'm Dante.
So everyone said I look like I'm Dante. This was all a year ago. So I was like, I made that video to see if people thought I looked like I'm Dante. Dante reacts to it. It's a whole thing. You remember exactly. Dante reacts to it. It's a whole thing. So he essentially was like my unofficial big brother. But I didn't meet him last Dreamcon. I walk in. I look to my right. Boom. Is I'm Dante. I'm like, I'm hyped. Now chat, you know what I'm saying? I gotta maintain my aura. I can't go in an aura deficit this early. I can't go into an aura deficit on day 0 of Dreamcon. I can't. So I had to try to, you know what I'm saying, maintain, but I was dead excited. I said, yo, what's good, Dante? I don't know if he's gonna remember me or not. But I was like, shoot, bro. I was like, I don't know if you remember me. He's like, no, bro. He was like, yeah, I remember you.
I don't know if you remember it, nigga, but
mad cool. He's like, yo, like, keep doing your thing. You been going crazy on YouTube and stuff like that. Met Dante, and it was a vibe. It was mad cool. after that, after I met Dante, I ran into, now this is gonna be a legendary pool. If you guys are real, like if you really watch YouTube. Hold on, let me turn my AC down. This is if y'all really watched YouTube growing up. I met Dwayne and Jazz. Now, if y'all don't know who this is, these two are like goats in the reaction space. These guys.
How is going today, loyalists?
These two are absolute legends. If you know, you know. Absolute, look, bro, 4,000 videos. They've been in the game for a long time. I've been watching them since 2016, 2017. I pull up, I see Dwayne and Jazz. I pull up to bro. I like, this was on stream, but I gotta go through the VOD. This was on stream, and I'm like, yo, bro, is it dick ride if I say I'm a fan of y'all? And I was like, I was on some troll, I was just trolling. But like, I was like, yeah, is it dick ride if I say I'm like a fan of y'all? And then, yeah. And then he was like, nah, it's cool, bro. You can dick ride as much as you want. Then I was like, oh, wait, whoa, because this clipped out of context. That's crazy. Right next to the wifey too. This is right next to the Jazz. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, whoa, brother. We gotta relax. So after that, then I ran into Nizzy. I ran into Nizzy. That's my dog. I ran into Nizzy. And we was doing TikToks and stuff. I ran to Nizzy, me, Nizzy, and Crip. Crip is a Fortnite creator. If y'all were really tapped into Fortnite, he's a Fortnite creator. Well, he think he still is. And I ran into bro. That was mad cool. And then as the night goes on, I'm just clip farming, having fun, streaming. I ran into these two girls that were from New York. And obviously, I'm just trolling, right? I'm trolling stuff. I was like, so you trying to be my ball? You know what I'm saying? She proceeds to say, do you want to get beat up?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work on the New York women. They not really the most, you know what I'm saying, open to trolls, I guess. I don't know. But ended up, they was mad chill, they was mad cool. Then later on, RDC pulls up, chat. So boom, RDC pulls up. Once RDC pulls up, I see Mark, Ben, Leland, and Dez pulled up. I think Af was there too. I go up to Ben. Y'all gonna see this clip soon. It should post like tomorrow. I see Ben, I dap him up. Now chat, keep in mind, my cameraman at the time, I didn't have a cameraman. I was solo at this time. I didn't have a cameraman. I'm trying to find a ticket for my cameraman because he only had a ticket for Sunday. So I didn't have someone to record for me. I'm talking to Ben. I dap Ben up. Ben's like, yeah, bro, I remember you, bro. You keep doing your thing. You going crazy. This, that, and the third. I was like, yo, Ben, my cameraman does not have my cameraman don't got a ticket, bro. Think you like help me out? It's like, yeah, bro. Follow me. I'm a DM me and we gonna figure it out. So look, bro. W Ben, bro. W Ben. Bro was mad chill. W Ben hooking it up and helping a brother out. So boom. After that, I think we got raided, chat. We got raided by Daquan. So we had 200 people up in the chat going crazy. I'm like, oh, we lit. So I like how everybody from Streamer U looking out for other streamers. Yeah, no, facts. So that was like day 0 for the most part. Oh. So then later, we ran into Bonberry. We run into Bonberry. Now chat, as y'all know, there's a little history between Oh, you're right. You're right. My fault, Roy. I forgot. Before we ran into Bond, we ran into Kalani. We ran into Kalani, chat. Kalani Rogers, if you guys don't know. If you guys are YRG, if you guys are YRG, you know who Kalani Rogers is. Now, I came up to Kalani because we have some lore, for those of y'all that don't know. So for me to see her in person was kind of cool. So Kalani, she commented on one of my public interviews like a year ago. Commented on one of my videos like a year ago, chat. Her comment goes crazy, right? So I walk up to Kalani. I'm like, yo, what's good? Da 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 da. I was like, hey, you like, this is for my chat that don't know, but you commented on my one of my IG reels before, and it went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, they was thinking like, oh, we was beefing or whatever, but I was like, you just tell them like, nah, like it ain't even that deep for real. She's like, yeah, it ain't even that deep for real. And then I was like, so you who's your vibe? Who's your vibe? Like, you got a ball? Chat, I came this weekend to hoop. I went to Dreamcon ready to hoop. I have my duffel bag. I got my hooping shoes. I'm ready to hoop. So I'm like, who's your ball? So then we started having this whole little conversation. If y'all missed it, you keep your hands off of her. If y'all missed it, I think I posted on IG. There's a part 1 and a part 2 to it.
Ball?
Oh, someone's ball?
Yeah.
The world may never know.
So it's like it's up in the air right now.
Yeah, you know.
So you're in free agency.
No. I'm just, you know. I always got motion, you know.
Okay. You're in between leagues.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be here, sometimes you in Asia, Shanghai Sharks type shit.
Exactly.
So yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, me and Kalani, there's another part to this, but I can't remember. It's about to post. So there's another part to that, right? Stream was a bit laggy, but he was rocking out. Hoka, thank you for the follow. So I'm like, yeah, we just having ball talk, right? So we get to the point. She's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna have a ball. I'm like, Sue, so do you have like 1 ball, 2 balls? Like, how many balls you be having at a time? You know what I'm saying? She's like, you know what I'm saying? Like 1, but you know what I'm saying? But you gotta dribble, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta figure out which ball you want. I'm like, okay, so boom, like, do you do like a dribble test with the ball so you know what type of ball you like? She's like, yeah, dribble test, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, free throws. And I was like, oh, so you be doing free throws? I was like, okay. She's like, yeah. I was like, so do you got good form? She's like, yeah. I'm like, can I see? All I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? You can't. I feel like that whole interaction, and y'all will see it, that whole interaction proves you can't count me out, bro. I feel like I have one of the most diverse, creative, you know, dribble packages in the game right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm like Kyrie with this, bro. Like, I can get out of a situation. I can get in and out of a situation. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Kalani. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. So after that, we run to Bondberry. Say we run to Bondberry, right? Now, if y'all know, y'all may not know, you may not know the lore between me, Bondberry, and then the bros, Best Man and Roy. Y'all may not know that lore. So I first met Bondberry last Dreamcon when I did the Who Would You Rather Date. But I used to RP, and that's how we kind of mutually kind of knew each other. Like, Bond would come into my chat like here and there from RP. We met last Dreamcon, we see her again this Dreamcon. Now, this is where the hoop session gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is where everybody's hooping. It's me, Nizzy, Mikey, everybody hooping, trying to get the ball, right? Now, keep in mind, Roy was like, that's my ball. He tried to claim that's his ball. How do I tell you? So at one point, she's talking to Nizzy. I'm like, and like they vibing, her and him and Nizzy. Nizzy and Bon are vibing. Stan with the rate of 4. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Hope your stream was great. Nizzy's talking to Bon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Next thing I know, the ball rolls into my court. Next thing I know, ball rolls into my court. She's walking past, and I think she was trying to steady hand was good. She was trying to slip through, the crowd, and she touches my back, like about right here. She's like, "Oh, you got muscles."
Yeah.
Ooh, you got muscles.
Wait, what? Get that?
You got muscles, yeah. I felt so.
You know what I'm saying? And you like, you got muscles. I was like, wait, what was that? She was like, yeah, I didn't. She was like, I didn't know you were so strong. Now, she want me. So I'm like, oh, okay, tight, come on. I was like, come on, Bon, like what? And then she was like, can you flex? You know, I'll flex a little bit. She's like, ooh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm a former athlete and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I play football, so like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have size on me type, you know what I'm saying? Size. But, you know what I'm saying? So boom, right? She was like, yeah, we gotta work out. I was like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you let me know. I don't know where you stay, because we was on stream. I don't want to leak it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You let me know where you at. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can do like a little workout stream or something. Boom, 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 right? Hooping. I'm hooping, chat. Hooping. This is where I was hooping. I was hooping, you know what I'm saying? Like, little jabs, little shots here, mid-range, 3-pointers, you know what I'm saying? Just typical bag work from ISW. Obviously, y'all know this. As soon as I get in the door, everyone's bum rushing. Like he had to keep the security and everything. Went into the YouTube lounge. I go into the YouTube lounge. There's a panel of 4 creators. One of those creators is somebody that you guys know. His name